Friends, we are going to see about collective bargaining. So, what is the concept of collective bargaining? Collective bargaining is the technique that has been adopted by unions and managements to reconcile their conflict of interest. It is called collective because the employees or the group of employees as a group of peoples and selective representative to meet and discuss different opinions with the employer. Collective bargaining is that arrangement where the wages, components of remuneration, and the conditions of the employment of workmen are settled through a bargain between the employer and the workmen or the employees collectively, whether they are represented through their union or by some of them on behalf of all them. The origin of collective bargaining. Collective bargaining has emerged throughout the world, particularly in democratic countries, as a major institutional mechanism for the resolution of conflict of interest between the labor and management. That is called employees and employer. So, according to Sidney and Beatrice Webb, were the first to use the term collective bargaining in the year of 1891. Subsequently, according to Samuel Combs, the president of American Federation of Labor in United States of America, considered collective bargaining. So, what is the definition of collective bargaining? So, according to Michael Jusius, the collective bargaining refers to a process by which employers on the one hand and a representative of the employees on the other hand attempt to arrive at agreements concerning the conditions under which employees will contribute and be compensated for their services. According to Richardson, collective bargaining takes a place when a number of work or the people enter into a negotiation as a bargaining unit with an employer or group of employers with the object of reaching an agreement on the conditions of employment of work people. From the Encyclopedia of Social Sciences, collective bargaining is a process of discussion and negotiation between two parties, one or both of whom is a group of persons acting in concert. The resulting bargaining is an understanding as to the terms and conditions under which a continuing service is to be performed. So, more specifically, the collective bargaining is a procedure by which employers and a group of employees agree upon the conditions of work. So, what are the natures of collective bargaining? It is carried out on a collective as distinct from an individual basis. That is, the collective bargaining is bargaining by group of people. In the bargaining process, the main actors are employees, employers, and their association. The object of collective bargaining is a rule making, that is, reaching an agreement by specifying the rules pertaining to employment relationship. The main focus of these rules is on the terms and conditions of the employment. It is both the device and the procedure used by wage earners, the employees, to safeguard their interest. It is the institution or instrument of an industrial organization for discussion and negotiation between the two parties. It is moreover a technique by which an attempt is made to reconcile the needs and objectives of the workers and the employers, and is therefore an integral part of an industrial society. The essence of a collective bargaining lies in the readiness of the two parties to a dispute to reach an agreement or mutually satisfying settlement. It is concerned about the emotions of the peoples the involved it as well as with the logic of their interest. So, what are the features of collective bargaining? It is group of action as opposed to individual acts and that is the initiated through the representative of workers. It is flexible or mobilization and not fixed or static. It is a two-party process. It is a continuous process. It is a dynamic and not static. It is industrial democracy at work. The collective bargaining is not a competitive process, but it is essentially a complementary process. It is an art, an advanced form of human relations. So, what are the importance of collective bargaining? The improvement in the conditions of workers. The first thing is the improvement in the conditions of the workers. The collective bargaining has considerably helped in securing a wide variety of economic benefits for the workers in the form of higher wages. As an employer, as an organization, we have to providing higher wages to the employees. We have to give liberal allowances to the employees. We have to provide fringe benefits to the employees. We have to consider economic security of the employees. We have to reduce shorter hours of work for the employees. We have to provide better terms and conditions of the employment, especially for the employees. And we have to provide physical working conditions to the employees. So the collective bargaining has helped workers in getting economic benefits and the facilities. The second thing is check on autocracy in the industry. So during early years of industrialization, the employers unilaterally determined the terms and conditions of the employment of their workers. The hiring and firing of workmen was considered a prerogative. Collective bargaining has put an effective check on employers' autocracy in regard to the laying down of terms and conditions of the employment. The third thing is the promotion of lasting industrial peace. It has been seen that a lasting solution to the problems in an industry can possible only when the parties have a say in reaching decisions. A collective bargaining provides this opportunity. The employer and the workers are in the better position to understand and appreciate their problems and they can face some difficulties of each other. So the collective bargaining enables the parties to settle their differences. So between the conflicts are arised between the employer and the employees. So the differences are disputes based on fact and realities of the situation. The fourth thing is favorable to managerial efficiency. So what is the important role of collective bargaining has also contributed towards improving managerial efficiency and the solution of a specific problems facing the management. So what are the problems facing by the management? As an employer and employee, we have to solve the problems. The fifth thing is a development of industrial rules. The successful conclusion of collective bargaining and the incorporation of the terms in collective agreement lead to establishment of rules or standards to be observed by both the parties. The significant for society and economic, it is very, very important both employer and employees. What are the need for collective bargaining? The collective bargaining provides a platform for management employees which places them at a bar so far as negotiation are concerned. So therefore any outcome of the negotiation, the settlement is perceived as mutually beneficial. The mutual understanding between the employer and the employee to each other and has better acceptability among them. The second thing is it is a pragmatic and a democratic process for regulating the terms and the conditions of the employment in which employees feel a part of decision making process. This feeling develops better understanding among them, increases trust and mutually of interest with the organization. Because of development of better understanding between the employees and the management, the collective bargaining may be used to adopt a more flexible approach towards employment conditions in a dynamic environment. The collective bargaining provides opportunity for speedy implementation of decisions regarding terms of employment as both parties are involved in a decision making process. A participant decision making, so particularly on issue of continuous natures, so provides inbuilt mechanism for implementation of decisions. So what are the process of collective bargaining? In collective bargaining process, the following steps are involved. The first thing is preparation for negotiation. The second thing is issues for bargaining. The third thing is negotiation. The fourth one is negotiated agreement. The fifth one is rectification of agreement. The sixth one is implementation of agreement. The first thing is preparation for negotiation. The preparation for negotiation in a collective bargaining is as important as the negotiation process itself. So up to 83% of the outcomes of the negotiation are influenced by the free negotiation process. Such preparation is required both the management as well as union. From the management side, the pre-negotiation preparation is required as follows. The management should decide when to open the negotiation. Sometimes it is advisable to open negotiation long before the expiry of previous settlement, while other times the press negotiation may start after the expiry of previous settlement. The management must interpret the situations so appropriately and make the decisions. The second thing is the management must decide the representative to negotiate at the negotiation table. These representatives should possess negotiating skills like emotional balance, the communicative and listening, the flexible attitudes, empathy and knowledge of the issues involved in the bargaining. There should be analysis of the impact of various decisions which may emerge out of negotiations. The draft for likely decisions should be prepared in advance so that final agreement draft can be prepared as soon as the negotiation process is over. From the employee side, the preparation is required on the following. The union should collect the fact about the financial position of the company and its ability to pay. It must also be aware of the various practices followed by other companies in the same region or industry so that it takes a more realistic approach on various issues of bargaining. The union must access the attitudes and expectations of the employees over various issues so that negotiation outcomes do not face resistance from them. It must also access the likely stand that the management may take over various issues so that the union can adopt suitable steps for more acceptable outcomes. So what are the issues of bargaining? The first one is the wage related issues, the supplementary economic benefits, the institutional issues, administrative issues. The third one is negotiation, the hackling bargaining. This is the oldest procedure of negotiation between the labor and management. In this method, two approaches can be adopted, the piecemeal approach and the total approach. In piecemeal approach, an issues can be taken, deliberated, 7 decided without linking it to another. In this way, all issues are decided. In total approach, all these issues are discussed but the item-wise decision is not arrived. So, as no issue is settled independently, every issue is kept open until the whole negotiating process is ready to crystallize into a total agreement.